The most Texas country and red dirt, plus the best of Nashville from 90s to now.
Uvalde Radio.
At UvaldeRadio.net, we are live from the Uvalde Honey Festival at Uvalde Cabinetry, 301 North Getty Street, home of the Uvalde Cabinetry Classic Car Show. We just did some Darius Rucker, and man, we're having a good time so far just getting this broadcast on the road. Going to be live until 1 p.m., then live music by Natalie Rose here at Uvalde Cabinetry from 1 to 3, and then from 3 to 5 or 3 to 6, we'll be again broadcasting live right here on UvaldeRadio.net. The Uvalde Honey Festival officially kicked off last night with Foursquare Friday, live music in the plaza, lots of extended shopping hours in the downtown shops and boutiques, and we had live music by Uvalde's own rock band, Syphon is here. What's up, guys? Y'all make some noise for yourselves. Come on. Woo. All right, so hopefully we are on there and everybody can hear us real good. But yeah, apparently you guys slayed last night, as the kids say. So go ahead and pop your head up close to the microphone and tell us your name and what you do in the band.
LJ, and I'm the bassist.
I'm Daizel, and I'm the vocalist.
I'm Emmett, and I'm the drummer.
He's Emmett, and he ain't in it.
I'm David, I'm lead guitar.
I'm Cisco, I'm rhythm guitar.
All right, so once again, that's Syphon right here in the house at Uvalde Cabinetry. So you guys played last night on the big main stage, right? Which is kind of cool. I mean, having a nice stage out there in downtown Uvalde. Is that the biggest outdoor stage you guys have played so far, or have you guys done bigger and better so far?
I believe it's the biggest one.
So far?
Yeah,
okay,
so
yeah.
far.
I know we saw you guys at the, that, was it Fenders and Food Trucks?
Yes.
Over in Concan. That was pretty nice big stage, too. So I know you guys have made the rounds to some local establishments, maybe some clubs. What's that like getting out there on the big outdoor stage and just kind of seeing the atmosphere, the outdoor stuff? You guys like that vibe?
Yeah, I think we like it. I think it's just a thing where we got to get used to it, especially yesterday with the heat. But
yeah.
It's a totally new environment, and I think it's something we like to do in the future more often.
The heat, we talked about that before. It's rock and roll. You're all wearing black. You know what I mean? Some of you guys are probably having leather on and stuff like that. It's tough, man. You got to kind of give mad props to all those old farts now that are 50, 60 years old, still doing a Motley Crue and Def Leppard, still out there in the heat at their age. And you guys are young. I mean, this is as easy as that's ever going to be for you. I just want you to know that. Because once you're old and fat like Elvis, you know what I'm saying? Then it's just it's going to be so scary. We weren't able to make the show last night. Give me some highlights. How'd it go last night?
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's hear from the singer. Come on. Someone's got to talk it every time. I can't be the only one.
I think like the biggest thing that we noticed was like the crowd engagement was really energetic.
It's good. Everybody's into it.
A lot of different people, a lot of different vibes from everybody. Like there's some that you could tell they were like rockers. Some that kind of just mellowed out and kind of just vibed with the music, and I think that was really nice. Now,
let's be honest, hard rock is not for everybody. So you got to get every now and again, you got to get that weird glance like, what are these kids, doing here? What's going on? What's this loud music for?
Yeah.
It's the Honey Festival. No, I'm mocking. I know that person, though, exactly. But yeah, I've seen you guys a few times, and you guys just seem to get better and better every time. What did the set list sound like? Give me an example of some of the tunes you played.
We did a little bit of Megadeth. We had a lot of classic rock.
I like how you lead with Megadeth.
Start awesome. Off heavy. Yeah, we had a lot of classic rock like AC/DC, some Poison, Motley Crue, a little bit of everything, kind of mix it up.
Hey, let's hear from the guys in the back. Come on. Now, is this dude a new guy, or did you just have glasses before? You have the glasses.
No, I'm new.
You're new? Okay. Yep. Let's talk to the new guy. Come on, get close to the mic. Okay, what's your name again, buddy?
My name is David Jimenez.
All right, David. So how long you been in the band now in Syphon here?
Since October, around October.
So how many gigs have you done, give or take?
3.
Third gig? Yeah, you got to say the microphone. You're a musician. You should know that. Yeah. So give me an example of some of the shows. Were you there at the food truck thing?
Yes, that was my second ever show.
Okay, very good. Okay, so You guys sounded good there, so I'm sure you sounded great last night. How are you gelling with these guys?
I really like it. It's something I've wanted to do ever since I picked up the guitar.
How long you been playing the guitar?
About a year and a half now.
Really? All right. So, and he's okay. He's pretty solid then, huh? Oh yeah. So what got you into guitar?
Honestly, around December of 2022, I think. I just picked it up and I never put it down.
That's not that long. No. But I mean, I guess what got you into what made you want to play the guitar? I mean, I see you were in an Offspring shirt. Just music, just kind of been a rock guy, and just were like, hey man, I want to rock out and do that.
No, not really, not necessarily.
You got a musical family? I mean, what? I mean,
nope, none of my parents.
Chicks? You're like, I just want to get chicks. I mean,
no, I just picked it up. I started playing. I learned my first thing, and I never.
But hold on. You can't just pick up a guitar. I mean, first of all, the guitar has to belong to somebody. So, was it your buddy's guitar? Was it at Guitar Center, and they were like, no stairway, or well, I mean.
It was just an old Strat I had laying around. It was really cheap. Nothing really out of tune. I didn't know how to tune it or play it really.
Well, how did you get it, though? How did you acquire it?
I just had it laying around ever since.
No, you didn't just have it. Somebody gave it to you or you stole it.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where it ended up, but it was in my house.
It's just a family guitar, just hanging around. Okay.
So yeah.
And then how'd you hook up with these guys once you decided you wanted to play it?
I posted a video of me playing on Instagram, and that's when Dizel had texted me saying, hey, you look pretty good for how long you've been playing. I have a band, and we need a lead guitar player. I'm wondering if you'd be interested in it.
Yeah, I think I saw that video. I think you guys reposted or something like that, and you're kind of like a bit of a shredder. Like you seem like you're playing pretty good for less than a year, man. That's crazy. So, are you like a prodigy? Like, are you just natural? Just kind of pick it up like a wheelie, just boom?
No, I wouldn't say so. I just love playing. Yeah. That's about it.
So you don't put it down. You're just getting better and better. Huh?
Nope. Yep. That's all it is.
So how about this little drummer guys you got here? How you feel about this guy?
He's really good. He can play everything.
All right. He's like the leader of the band, right? Yeah. I mean, come on. Let's get him on. Come on. You tell us what's going on. Tell us what's going on, drummer boy.
What do you mean?
How's everything hanging with Syphon?
Oh, it's good.
Yeah? Keeping these guys in line?
No.
Now, you are the youngest, right?
Yes.
Okay, because you're the shortest, right? But it seems like you're growing, right?
No.
No? No, you're shrinking? That's funny. You are the rock star of the group. That's awesome, man. So what's in the future for Syphon, guys? You got any other gigs coming up in the summer, or what's the story?
We do have a gig later on tonight in Crystal City. From 9:30 to 11:30. It's gonna be at Anthony's Seafood and Steakhouse, and we are gonna play at the car show at the Fairplex for Defiant Racing on July 2nd.
Yeah, that's Sunday, July 2nd. Yeah, that's gonna be a cool show. It's fireworks and a little pageant for Miss Firecracker and all that stuff.
Going on.
So what time are you guys playing that event? Do you guys know yet?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but
UvaldeCountyFairplex.com. I'm sure they're going to have a little schedule posted up there. But yeah, car show, fireworks, and good time rock and roll music. Do you know if any of the other Studio 3 bands are playing on that show too, or is it just you guys?
I think it's just us.
Okay, very good. Well, let's go and talk about Studio 3, man. You guys met. You guys were students at Studio 3. Are you guys all still actively taking lessons there, or are you guys just kind of doing your own thing, garage banding it?
No, we all actively take lessons.
Mm-hmm. And how's that going for you? Go and give Eric and everybody the plug, man. Tell everybody that's not out that wants to get lessons. Tell them what to do. Tell them how to get there.
So if you want to take lessons, downtown Uvalde at Studio 3, literally right in front of the Opera House, by the post office. They do guitar lessons, vocal lessons, piano lessons, any kind of lesson, any kind of instrument you want to learn. They have it there. They are also a local rock band called Surge, and the members of that band are the ones that give you lessons. So they've been in the shoes, and they know how it works. So they really try their best to just give back to the community.
And Surge is they're all over the place these days. They're playing all over the country.
Oh,
so
yeah,
they're definitely making a name for themselves on the national level. We've got to hear from the guy in the back. So somebody get this guy over here. Come on, Cisco Kid, get over here, man. All right, give us your take on what's happening with Syphon these days. How you feeling about the band? Feeling good?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Yeah? Yeah, you're so crazy. You guys are so rock and roll. I mean, you are rock and roll, but you're so chill. How's everything going for you? How's the practices and rehearsals, and what are the plans for summer, man? You guys gonna? I mean, because some of you guys are in high school still, right?
Oh yes.
So you got a little bit more free time, right? So you plan on really making the best of it this summertime and getting your chops really real tight and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, come on, Cisco, give me some more, man. So, at least he smiled. That guy's got a great smile for radio, man. So, will you guys give us any other information? Tell us website or social media, whatever you guys want to plug out there.
We got TikTok, we got Facebook, Instagram, all at Syphon Uvalde. We post pretty much daily. Daily. We pretty much post on our stories, anything we can do to promote.
What kind of stories and stuff? Because that's it's a little tough to kind of be creative every day to find something kind of do. Is it mostly kind of rock and roll music stuff? Is it a lot of devil horns and hair? I mean,
a lot of it is promotional, but we do engage with our audience. We really have a strong fan base. And we just kind of like to engage with them, conversate with them, let them know what we like, what they like. It's nice to know from everybody.
You guys do have a strong fan base. I know you guys got a lot of family and friends. They always show up. They're always wearing your shirts. So it must feel really good and know that you're making Uvalde proud. Speaking of shirts, I know you guys just put out some new merchandise, right?
Yes.
So go and let's talk about the new merch line for Syphon. How can they get their hands on it?
Well, you can message us through our social medias, and we can save a shirt for you, like a pre-order almost. The shirts are around $25. They do come with a sticker, and we have a range of shirts from the white Syphon logo, the red Syphon logo, and our newest little motto almost, rock out, cock out shirts, which
has a rooster on
rooster,
it, just so we're clear on that. Right, yeah. I'm going to order one of those. If y'all have any for sale, I'll buy one right here, right now, as long as y'all can take
I think we have them with us,
awesome.
actually.
Now we just got to make sure they got super fat size. But awesome, guys. Well, thanks for the update on everything, and looking forward to seeing you guys at the Firecracker Fest. Again, that's going to be on Sunday, July 2nd at Uvalde County Fairplex. Go to uvaldecountyfairplex.com for exact details, or find Syphon on the social media and the website as that exact information trickles down. So any other parting thoughts, guys? I know we're a country station here, but we're going to play some rock and roll since you guys are here. But any other parting thoughts? Anything we got to get out? More information?
Come check us out tonight in Crystal City.
That's right.
We're going to bang some heads. We're going to rock out.
Crystal City, and what's the name of the venue again?
Anthony's Seafood and Steakhouse.
Sounds good. A little surf and turf and some Syphon rock and roll, man. That sounds like a great deal, man. That's awesome. All right, so that's tonight. And again, find details on the probably Syphon Facebook page. Has the most up-to-date information. All right, guys, we're going to do some rock and roll, do some AC/DC by request. Y'all make some noise. Go horns up. Come on, guys. Woo! All right. UvaldeRadio.net. We're live at the Uvalde Honey Festival at Uvalde Cabinetry. Come check out the Classic Car Show with UvaldeRadio.net.
Uvalde Radio. Winner 2021 Texas Internet Radio Chart Best Internet Radio Station. Finalist 2021 Texas Country Music Awards Internet Radio Station of the Year. And finalist 2022 Texas Regional Radio Music Awards Internet Radio Station of the Year. Uvalde Radio. Redefining radio in Uvalde, Texas.
UvaldeRadio.net live at the Uvalde Honey Festival. We're at Uvalde Cabinetry again, 301 North Getty Street. Stop on by and see us here at the Uvalde Cabinetry Classic Car Show. Our live broadcast again brought to you by Uvalde Cabinetry, Luigi's Italian Restaurant, BAC Ranch Bunkhouse, and the Blinged Buck. And I'm joined now by a Uvalde Honey Festival celebrity. This is like A-list here. The Honey Princess is here. How are you doing, Princess?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Now, I don't really know you. I've seen you around. But tell us your name and start with your name.
What's going on? My name's Kimberly Munoz.
Kimberly Munoz. I saw it on Facebook. You were announced as the Honey Princess today,
sir.
Which is basically the runner-up to the Honey Queen.
Yes, sir.
So not a bad deal.
Not a bad deal
pretty
at all.
Cool. Now let's go and talk about who you are as a Uvalde and how long have you lived in Uvalde? All your life?
I've lived in Uvalde all my life. I graduated from Uvalde High School last year, 2022.
Okay.
And I now go to college here at Sol Ross.
Very good. So what made you decide to go ahead and put your name in the hat to run for a Uvalde Honey Queen Princess?
I just thought it was a really unique opportunity. We haven't had a Honey Queen or a Honey Princess in a while, so I figured it wouldn't hurt to try, and it's a good opportunity just to represent the community that I've grown up in all my life.
It has been a long time. This is a really old, long-standing tradition, but the Uvalde Honey Festival went away. It was here, and then it went away for a very long time, probably since before you were born, right?
I would assume so,
I think so, yeah. And then we, came back a few years ago. But then, admittedly, the world's been crazy for the last 3 or 4 years,
Very
right?
crazy.
I mean, so we've had it kind of off and on and off and on, and now here we are in 2023, and hopefully this is where we kind of stick with this thing. But congratulations for being the Honey Princess, the first, and hopefully what will be a long succession of princesses and queens, right? Bringing back this tradition. So how does your family feel about you getting into the whole pageantry thing? Were they excited about it for you, or were they a little nervous?
I'm sure they're very excited, because I don't know if you can tell right now, but my dad was taking pictures outside of the window.
Okay.
And my parents are my biggest supporters. No matter what I do, I know they're always there for me. And
So now, go ahead and tell me what it is. What was the I guess competition? Is that the word for it? What did that include? What did you guys have to do?
so we had to write an essay on why we would be a good honey queen and all of that kind of stuff, and then we had a luncheon interview with us and the other girls and 3 hosts/judges, and they decided who was going to be the honey queen and the honey princess.
Was the judges / panel, were they intimidating, or were they very gracious and kind?
They were very nice.
Okay.
I went in very intimidated, but they were all very welcoming, and I had no problem talking to them at all.
Were any of the judges former honey queens in the past?
Yes,
That's
2
what I thought,
of
right?
them I heard.
Was Kay one of them? I think was one of them.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. They were both past honey queens.
So they know their stuff. They know
They
what it's
do,
all about,
they do.
and that's great, because they're the ones bringing this tradition back.
Yes.
So very exciting stuff. So if you don't mind me, what is your essay detail? What did you write about? What did you say?
I kind of just wrote about myself and how I am a Uvaldean at heart. I went to school after high school in San Angelo, and I realized West Texas is not the place for me. And I decided to come home because Uvalde will always be my home. This is where my family is, and this is where I grew up, so this is my home.
So what are the job descriptions? What are the duties that you're going to have to do for the next year? What have they got you roped into?
Honestly, it's TBA, I guess.
Right.
We know for sure this festival this weekend. We're here all weekend, and then I'm assuming some parades and community events are to come.
Now, let me see your parade wave. It's radio, but let me see your parade wave. Just I want to see what it
I've
looks
been
like.
working on it. I heard you screw in the light bulb.
No,
Screw in the light bulb.
Good. Nice. All right. Well, hey, as long as you got a policy on how it works,
Right.
You're ahead of the game. So,
Yeah.
very cool. Well, it's an honor to probably be the first person to interview the Uvalde Honey Princess, right?
Yes.
So I'm excited. That's a feather in my cap. So I guess what's the future for you as far as, are you staying in Uvalde for a while? Are you a homegirl going to be here, or do you have plans to get out and do bigger and better things, or in your life? Do you have a dream?
Well, I hope to finish college here. I have 2 more years until I graduate from college, and then I guess we'll just kind of see where the wind takes me from there. But I mean, I can't ever complain to be home in Uvalde. So.
Well, it is. I'm excited for you. It's a really great honor. Obviously, your parents and family must be pleased as punch, and it's fantastic. So I'm imagining you guys' duties today is to introduce some bands on stage, introduce some talent, and whatnot, make the rounds. Exciting stuff. Do you already have an official Uvalde Honey Princess Facebook page or Instagram? Can anybody find you yet online?
I don't, but I'm sure if they look up my name, there's plenty of posts already on Facebook.
Final question. How about that tiara and that sash? Making you feel really good, right?
It's great. I feel
You like
great.
it?
I feel amazing.
You're going to wear it everywhere? You're like, I'm going to find you in the
All the
HEB?
time. No,
like in a produce
y'all
aisle?
might see me at work at Vasquez wearing this.
That's awesome. Oh, you work at Vasquez?
I do. I work
Shout
at
out to Vasquez. Those guys are
Yes,
awesome, man. Got the
love
best
them.
tacos in town.
They
Everybody
do.
talks about their enchiladas.
Their enchiladas are so good.
But they are, but the tacos are really
The tacos
good.
are real good.
Yeah, so, well, cool. Now I know where to find you in your tiara.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Again, congratulations. We're going to get back into music, and we're going to try to talk to the queen if she'll come down from on high to talk to us, the
Off her
little
throne.
people. But let's get back into some music again. We are live at the Uvalde Honey Festival, 301 North Getty Street at Uvalde Cabinetry. They've got their big classic car show. Come on out here, see classic cars, muscle cars, and you can see, while they're here, the Honey Queen and Princess, and we are UvaldeRadio.net. UvaldeRadio.net. We are live at Uvalde Cabinetry, the classic car show. Come on out here and see us at 301 North Getty Street, part of the Uvalde Honey Festival. Details at UvaldeHoneyFest.org. And classic cars, muscle cars, here till 6 p.m. Live music by Natalie Rose from 1 to 3 p.m. and UvaldeRadio.net doing a live broadcast from now to 1, and then we're taking a break for Natalie, and then from 3 to about 5 or 6. Anyway, don't quote me. Might be partied out, man. I need to go home. But we're having a great time so far. This live broadcast is obviously brought to you by Uvalde Cabinetry. Also, our friends at Luigi's Italian Restaurant. Go say hi to Feedy for dinner or lunch out there. Our friends also at BAC Ranch Bunkhouse right up the street. And on the other side, the Blinged Buck. So thank you to our sponsors for making this live broadcast possible. We just recently spoke to the Honey Princess, who was crowned, I guess, Thursday, right prior to the Uvalde Honey Festival. And now we're joined by the Honey Queen, Cashlyn, right?
Yes.
Cash Money. What's going on, Cash? Get up closer to the microphone.
Okay.
And so congratulations. You're the first Honey Queen.
Since, I think, 1983.
1983. That's crazy. That's a great year. That's when Van Halen's 1984 album came out. So that's good stuff.
Yes.
But I think we played a Dwight Yoakam song earlier from 1983. But yeah, so that's like 40 years, right?
I believe so.
40
yeah.
years later. Cool. So what an honor it must be.
It is
to like
very much an
not only
honor.
be the queen, but to bring back a really crazy tradition, right?
Yes, it is an honor, and I'm so excited.
So let me say this, and I mean, and you're young, and you know, I don't see you much. Obviously, I'm an old man, and you're a young lady. We're not too often in the same circles, and I've only been back in Uvalde for about 5-6 years. But in that time, just in the time that I've been here, I've seen you kind of grow up around in this town. I've seen you at the Opera House. I've seen you work for Lacey at Southern Lace. Really involved with the youth in the community and other stuff. So, I mean, I can only imagine what those who have known you all your life here know what you've contributed to this town.
Yes.
So, obviously, I really can't think of anybody in your age bracket, you know what I mean, that really could do this job better than you. So, I think.
You.
I think the judge, the panel, I think they picked the right person.
Well, thank
so
you.
very good. So let's talk about it. What was your motivation, first of all, to throw your name in the hat and go for this distinction?
Well, I found out about it through Lacey, and she told me, and we've been talking about it since the first Honey Fest.
Shout out to Lacey at Southern Lace Marketplace. Go see her. Go buy some earrings or some hats. Lacey's always got the best hats over there, right?
Yes.
Ladies' hats. Okay, so she told you about it.
She told me about it, and we've been talking about it, and then I just saw
No,
how...
hold on now. Did she tell you about it, or was she like, girl, you need to do that? She was encouraging you, right?
Both, yes.
I can totally hear Lacey doing that, right?
Yes.
And in many ways, you kind of almost like her protege. You know what I mean? Like, I would, if I was Lacey, I'd be like, oh, you're representing me too,
Yes,
you know? So
yes.
that's cool. That's awesome.
So we were just talking about it, and she was hyping me up about it, and she's like, this is going to be such a great opportunity. She's like, I believe in you, and you're going to do amazing. And
So were you in right from the beginning, or were you a little apprehensive and needed some coaxing?
I did need some coaxing
Really?
because I was so nervous, and I really didn't know anything about bees until super recently, whenever I was studying about them.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay, so is that a major part of the requirement is to know about the honey and the bees and
Yes.
all that stuff? But that's kind of like, you're a smart girl, so just kind of a crash course, right?
yes, sir.
So, I mean, obviously with distinctions like this, there's a certain beauty aspect that's kind of, people don't like to talk about it nowadays.
Yes.
But that's kind of an inherent part of the whole, queen and princess thing.
Yeah.
And obviously there's a little bit of an education thing and community service. What were the things that you were like, hey, I got this. I'm pretty enough, I'm smart enough, whatever. And what are the things that you felt like maybe you weren't quite as, I guess, qualified for?
Maybe the knowledge, because with the knowledge of the bees and people asking you those questions about these random bee facts, and then you just don't know them.
Give me a good random bee fact right now.
Bees have 5 eyes.
Wow.
They have 3 on their forehead that are used for navigation and orientation, and then the 2 on the side of their head that you can see are used for shapes and colors. And bees can actually recognize humans.
Really? That's why they're always going after us, huh? Darn bees. All right, so what's your favorite fact about bees? Is that it, or is there anything else you like? Really?
That one is
the
my
5
favorite.
eyes.
I think that it is so neat. And
It's creepy, too.
yeah, nobody ever knew about it.
Now, I'm single. When next time I go to the bar, I'm going to put my bee eyes on so I can see all the ladies all at once. But again, Cashlyn here, the new Uvalde Honey Queen for 2023. Tell me, what are your job duties? I asked the princess this earlier, but are you excited about any particular aspect of your duties for the next year at least?
Yes, I'm excited for all of them, actually. We don't really know what's going on yet. We are very new to this, and so we're just waiting to see what our duties and what we're going to be doing.
Now, do you have like handlers now? Like, are you gonna have like people that are gonna lead you into kind of that you have to report to? They're gonna tell you what to do and where to go and you know whose hands to shake and babies to kiss.
Pretty much.
Who are those people?
Gloria from Main Street.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
All right. I would imagine that like Jan or Kay or some of them would be involved in that, or are they part of the panel? Or
they are.
Okay,
yes.
good. All right. So, what was the I guess as far as we talked to the princess earlier about that panel thing and the essay and whatnot. What was, I guess, the scariest part for you as far as getting in kind of the arena, as far as the judging goes?
I guess just being intimidated by them. It's very like, whoa, these are very high ladies, and so I don't want to mess up.
Well, I think you had an edge too. I mean, everybody knows you.
Yes.
Your face is around town, and I think they picked the right young lady. How many ladies were competing, and who were you most worried about?
There were 5 of us.
Okay.
And definitely Kimberly. She
Kimberly,
had
right.
some great answers whenever they were asking us all these great questions. So,
and how do you feel like it's going to be? I'm sure you and Kimberly are going to have to do some bonding.
Yes.
Are you and Kimberly already friends prior to this, or do you just kind of get to know each other in this whole big mess?
we are just now getting to know each other.
That's
so.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you think? You got a kind of like a new honey bestie now, right?
Yes.
That's good stuff.
I'm so excited to finally have someone.
I asked her earlier if she had like a Facebook page or an Instagram. Something. Are you going to put together some specific, Honey Queen, social media pages and stuff where they can find you and whatnot?
I was really thinking about it, and I was going to talk to some people about it and get it started. So look out for us on Uvalde Main Street.
And we got to skip right over this, but tell us about you as a Uvaldean. Give us your history out. Born and raised here, and tell us where you work and your schooling and all that stuff.
Well, yes, I was born and raised here in Uvalde, Texas, and I now currently work at Once Upon a Time, and I go to the Uvalde Junior College here, and I'm studying wildlife management.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wildlife, and there's some bees and wildlife too, so that's helpful stuff. And I'm sure this is going to be a really great honor to have, and just to kind of even prop you up and open up more doors for you in the future too as well too.
Yes.
So, well, congratulations, and like I asked her, how you feeling about that sash and that crown?
Oh, I feel
it's
beautiful.
Fancy.
Yes. I feel like a queen.
So where do you keep something like that? Does it go on just on your nightstand? Do you have to put it in like a glass case? Well, what's the plans for that stuff? Where does it go when it's not on
Somewhere that
you?
it's going to be safe.
Right? It would have to be, right?
Yes.
I mean, is that like fancy real jewels? I want to get...
I'm not sure.
You're like, I wonder what that's made out of. But it's beautiful. So, well, congratulations again. Cashline, good to see you here. We have a song played. You tell me what song we're going to play because you requested it.
More Than My Hometown by Morgan Wallen.
It's really fitting for what we're talking about here.
Exactly,
Beautiful
yes.
old-time ladies, making a name for... And I'm excited to have both you and Kimberly represent Uvalde.
Yes.
Hopefully you guys go all over the state, talking about bees and Uvalde. And we've had, Uvalde's had its share of negative attention lately, and I think it's fantastic that you two young ladies will be out there pressing the flesh and showing that Uvalde's more than just the tragedy that's happened recently,
yes.
and that there's another side to what we have to offer here.
Yes.
So thank you guys again. Let's do that Morgan Wallen song again.
Thank you.
UvaldeRadio.net live at Uvalde Honey Festival.
The most Texas country and red dirt, plus the best of Nashville from 90s to now.
Baby, write this down. Keeping on going through the motions until there was no hard feeling. Any man of mine.
Uvalde Radio.
All right, UvaldeRadio.net. We are live at Uvalde Honey Festival, Uvalde Cabinetry, 301 North Getty Street, just north of the plaza, and we are excited to have a good time out here. Uvalde Cabinetry, the classic car show is going on right now until about 6 p.m., from what I understand. So coming out here to enjoy classic cars, muscle cars. I believe they're serving up some hot dogs here for lunchtime, and take some photos and enjoy some live music. We've got Natalie Rose performing from about 1 to 3 p.m. Then later this evening, William Beckmann headlines on the big main stage in front of the Opera House at 7:30 p.m. It's going to be a great afternoon overall. We had a little bit of a misty, little rain, little sprinkles earlier, which basically just cooled the place down, which we're excited about. So coming out here and join us at the Uvalde Honey Festival. And right now, I'm joined by the lady of the hour. Natalie Rose is back in the house. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
It's good to see you. Now everybody's opening the door now, so we're getting all this broadcast feedback. But we're excited to have you back in Uvalde. It's been a while, right?
It has been.
Was the last Honey Festival the last time you were here? Was it?
No, I think it's been a couple years. I'm not sure. I always forget to count the COVID years. So That time does not exist.
Yeah, excuse me one second. I've got to try to get the broadcast monitor down. Okay, there we go. Now we're better. Back to Natalie Rose. So last time you were here, did you do a maybe something in Campwood or the surrounding areas, or were you back here Uvalde proper your last? Do you remember it all?
I think
it was Edwards Furniture again, right?
Yes,
did you do
it
twice
was.
over there?
Yeah, I think the last time we were here was when we were on the back of the trailer bed.
Right.
I think that was the last time.
Yeah. So I guess that was 2 years ago, maybe, I guess, but it's been a while, and it's good to have you back. So,
well, it's good to be back.
You have been super busy. I know that you went off and married your guitar player and your singer between the last time we saw you.
Yes.
So last time y'all were just dating, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And,
tomorrow is actually our first anniversary. So
congratulations. That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
So, well, let's go ahead and let's dig into that, and we'll play some music here in a minute. But just what's married life been like? I mean, basically, getting ready to celebrate your 1 year. You're basically newlyweds until this weekend, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So how's it been with John?
It's been about the same, mainly because we this year is also 10 years of being together. So it's our first year married, but our 10 years together. So it hasn't changed very much, except we do have a dog we got in 2020 who is our entire whole world, and now our lives are like centered around this little dog. So.
Now, I've known you for a few years, and I met John, and I've seen John play with the band. Now, the first maybe couple of times, I don't think I ever picked up that you guys were an item. Was that a conscious thing? You kind of kept that a little on the down low, or did it become more and more evident over the years? Or what's that like, I guess, being Natalie Rose, the performer, and the girl on the radio and the girl doing the shows? You know, you got a great guitar player. You guys are great together.
Thank you.
But I don't feel like it was really obvious that you guys were an item until more recently.
In the very, very beginning, for like the first couple of years, we didn't really tell many people. Yeah. And then we just kind of didn't bring it up for a long time. A lot of people would assume, like sometimes they would pick up on it from
body language
on stage, and they would kind of, because I would look at him a lot, and I guess we were just more comfortable with each other. So a lot of people would pick up on it.
I don't ever pick up that. I never like picked up on like lovey-dovey eyes or, you know what I mean? Like, but I guess it's there, huh?
Yeah,
I guess I had too many beers to notice that stuff.
I think it's also because we do tend to separate the work from. So like when we're here, it's job. You know, it's just
like right now. You're talking on the radio, and he's out there doing his thing. You know, putting up the gear, making it sound good. So, but yeah. So what is 10 years together? What made you guys pull the trigger and get married and all that stuff?
I thought it would be cool after, like, on the 10 years to just that be, the year. And sadly, I knew my dad was not doing very well. He was a lot older, and we were trying to do it soon enough that he would get to be a part of it, and he didn't quite make it to it. It was
so sorry.
When he was really sick, he actually asked if we would go to the courthouse and get married so he could be there, and we tried to make it happen, but because of all the COVID backed up weddings, we weren't able to get in time. So that's something that kind of that sucked.
That's heartbreaking, yeah.
Yeah. So we kind of just wanted to, we had a cruise coming up that we were going to be doing that we were like, oh, that'd be a perfect time. Like, just kind of all seemed like it was going to pan out really well. Like the timing was right. And we also had just gotten a house. And so we were like, just seems like the, next kind of step to do. So it just kind of all panned out that way.
Well, congratulations, and we're going to get into some music talk here in a minute, but just kind of wanted to catch up on the personal stuff. Again, we've got Natalie Rose here. She's performing at Uvalde Cabinetry, 301 North Getty Street this afternoon from about 1 till about 3 p.m., so come out here and see a great afternoon show with Natalie and the husband who we've just been talking about.
His name's John, by the way.
John's out there, so shout out to John, who's setting up the gear right now. But let's go and do a song. The first one I've ever played from you guys on the radio is called My South, and I still love it today. So we're going to play it. We'll come back at you, talk about some more music. But this is Natalie Rose, My South. We're live at Uvalde Honey Festival, and this is UvaldeRadio.net. UvaldeRadio.net. We're live at Uvalde Honey Festival, Uvalde Cabinetry, 301 North Getty Street. Man, sorry, I got all excited talking off the air that I forgot to get back on the radio. We're live on the radio. So our live broadcast is brought to you by Uvalde Cabinetry, BAC Ranch Bunkhouse, the Blinged Buck, and Luigi's Italian Restaurant. Be sure and check out all our great sponsors. Thank you guys for your support at our live broadcast here at Uvalde Cabinetry for the Uvalde Honey Festival. You just heard Natalie Rose and My South. And Natalie, you did not write that song.
I did not.
But it was a really great songwriter who gave that to you, and you own it, though.
Thank you. Yeah, I've got lots of other ones I wrote, just not that one.
So let's go and talk about the music. So it's been a little bit of a break for you as far as output to radio anyway. But we just talked about before the song, you know, you've been married, doing all your stuff, just trying to get personal affairs in order. Is there plans to get new music out and push it to radio and kind of get back out there?
So I have had a little bit of a shift, I think. We have been getting more into the corporate world, doing lots of hotels, downtown San Antonio, stuff like that.
And that's where you make the money, too.
It is, and I also really enjoy it. I mean, sometimes we get lobster dinners, you know, it's really fun to do those.
We got Frito pie over there. I'm just saying.
I've had,
it ain't lobster, but it's still pretty good.
I've had all kinds of food at all different. Some of them only give us like an apple and a sandwich. So I mean, the majority of them do that. Sometimes we get lucky. We get like a beautiful dinner, but that's not as common. But so I've had a little bit of a shift where I still want to record music. I haven't been writing as much. I've had writer's block for a while, but I still want to record music. I want to do a Christmas album. I kind of want to focus on maybe some cool covers, stuff like that. I do have some original songs I've been sitting on that were supposed to be on an album, and due to the time frame of trying to get them back from the producer and COVID and all of that, I kind of just decided to every once in a while upload them to iTunes and Spotify and just do like little digital releases.
Gotcha.
And there's a few that I'm sitting on because I can't get a hold of the songwriters that I co-wrote them with.
Wow.
I cannot. You have to register them with certain numbers and information so that they can get their royalties. And I have one guy who, he did give me his information, but when you look it up, he's registered under like 5 different names.
Oh.
So it's very difficult to get the song up and going.
When you say names, do you mean like names or like companies, like publishing companies or?
No, like his name. So he has like, you know, his first and last name, then he has a nickname he writes under, and then he's got the first name, nickname, last name.
Sounds like he's on the run. What's going on there?
Lawyer advisor.
So what do you do there? I mean, does he not answer his phone calls, or I mean, do you?
I mean, like.
Well, first of all, who are you co-writing with? To where you know you got to vet these folks.
Well, he was recommended by the producer, so I mean, and we wrote it's an awesome song. It's one of my favorite ones, and I've just been sitting on it. And I mean, he's had like 5 Facebook accounts too, so he's hard to get a hold of.
Is this a real guy?
Yes, he is.
Wow,
man. I co-wrote over like Skype with him.
Well, what's his name?
Bo Fuller.
Okay.
But he goes by Bobby Bo Fuller, Bo Bobby Fuller, Bobby Fuller, and Bo Fuller.
Is he an older guy?
No, not really.
No, okay.
I'd say like 40s.
So he should be, social media savvy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like there's something shady going on.
Yeah, well, he's given me his information multiple times. It's just not narrowed down to where I can actually find him in the system correctly. So I'm still sitting on that song, but once I get some information from these songwriters, I can hopefully get these songs uploaded. I do have a couple that I wrote myself that I'm able to just enter my information and get them up. So those are the ones I'm kind of aiming for at the moment.
So the most recent stuff that you do have that's recorded kind of in the bank, where did you record, and what was that process like?
So I recorded those up in like Brentwood, Tennessee, Franklin, Tennessee, with Dolly Parton's producer and lead guitarist Kent Wells. That's actually where I recorded my song Conformity from, and Summer Days. I recorded both of those up there. But it was a process because, I mean, he's with Dolly Parton, so he's a very busy man, and it ended up actually taking 6 years to get my songs back from him. So that's one of the reasons the album did not pan out the way it was supposed to.
That is a long, long time.
Yes, and my voice does not sound similar as it does now.
So I mean, do you just sound more mature a little bit? I feel like your voice is from the early recording just a little richer now. I think.
Yeah, it's deepened a little bit, and a little different tone than it used to be.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, like the first early recordings, I was still only 17, 18, and now I'm almost 30. So my voice has definitely changed.
For sure. So how does that conversation go when you get tapes back 5+ years later? I mean, is there like a big "I'm sorry"? Or I mean,
no, not really.
Do you get a lobster dinner with that apology? I mean.
No, I got the emails from. He actually had to get one of his sound techs that had worked the soundboard and stuff when I was recording to finally. It took contacting him to get my songs back. And he's
just so busy, he wasn't even on his radar anymore. He had kind of moved on to other stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I kind of get that. It is Dolly Parton's guy.
Yeah.
So you got to meet Dolly Parton at some point. You will go and remind us about that. I know there's some photos of you on social media.
I actually the other day found this old thing I had put, I guess, on my old Game Boy Advance, where I said I wanted to meet Dolly Parton one day. And I did not realize that one day I would, you know, and I got to meet her, and she was awesome, just as nice as everybody says she is. She had security guards that were telling people, like, no, she's not signing autographs, and she would tell them, go stand over there, I'll sign your autograph for you. Like, she was, and then she'd, like, give glares to the security, like, you don't tell me what to do. Like, it was really cool.
Nothing but great stories about Dolly all the time. Just high, first class all the way, right? Very cool. Any other cool heroes you've got to shake hands with or you know, share the stage with that you
I got to meet Martina McBride.
Oh, that's cool.
I got to meet the band Perry, and that is my favorite story. That's one of my favorite ones I got to meet. They were awesome. We kind of technically opened for them at a San Antonio rodeo gala that they had, and we wanted to meet them, and we asked the person who put on the event, and she was kind of real busy, you know, she was throwing the party, had people there, and she was like, oh, I don't think that'll happen, and she walked off. And so we asked the sound guy, because he was kind of with them, and he was like, oh, well, you'll have to ask the roadies. So we go to the roadies, and we ask the roadies.
The guys with the real power.
Yeah. And the roadies say, go talk to the bus driver. He's out there.
Oh, wow.
So we walk outside, and it's like the back of the not the AT&T Center, but the round.
Eventually, you're talking
dome.
to the janitor.
Yeah. And so the bus driver's sitting there. He's got the door wide open, his feet up on the steering wheel on his phone. And we just kind of walk up, and we're like, hey, we were the opening band. We'd like to meet them. And he's like, oh, yeah, they'll be coming out of that door in like 12 minutes.
That's awesome.
So he's like, you can just wait right here for them. And so we're literally by the dumpsters. And I'm super shy at this time. I have bad social anxiety. And the band Perry, they come out, and they're surrounded by security in a circle around them.
Wow.
And she's just like, you know, bebopping along, her ponytail swinging, like just so happy. And I just like nudge John, and I'm like, say something, you know. And so we're standing by these dumpsters, and John just throws his hands up, and he's like, hey, we were the opening band, you know. And she immediately just runs over to us.
That's awesome.
And the security guard and her brothers are looking at each other like, do we stop her? like these are crazy people by the dumpster, and she's just making a beeline for them. Do we do something? And so the brothers ended up coming over, and then the security guards were just like, I guess, you know, just let them talk.
It's happening.
And so we talked to her, and they were super nice. We got an awesome picture with them, and then they got on the bus and they left.
You know, and just for those who don't know, I mean, then they started doing that kind of pop rock weird music for a while, and now Kimberly's got the new solo
the new
EP.
version. Mm-hmm.
So how are you feeling about her new stuff?
I haven't listened to much except for the remake.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, right? Yeah. It's kind of a more mature take on what she's doing. So
yeah.
I'm just glad she's back in kind of legit country music, because as open-minded, I like all genres of music. It's just the band Perry doing what they were doing was just weird. It was just.
I liked some of at least one of their pop songs they came out with. I was like, that's kind of cool. You know, there's a lot of country artists who do pop crossovers, and it can be really cool. But then there were like too many that I think fell a little flat, and I was like. You had a good little run with like a couple songs. Yeah. But then I think it was like, well.
I appreciated the hustle that they're trying to do something different.
Yeah.
But at some point, I think that some artists, you know, when they're in a box, they try a little too hard to get out of that box and to get to redefine themselves,
and
or
I've
take back their image.
That. I've definitely had moments where I'm like, I'm gonna start a R&B jazz band, and I'm gonna do a side hustle. I've thought about that 3 times, and I've just never had the drive to actually pursue it. But it is something I would love to do.
But you do run the risk of alienating everybody that absolutely loves you for what you were and what you put out there. Yeah. But anyway, that's their career, not yours. Again, we're talking to Natalie Rose. She's performing today here at the Uvalde Honey Festival at the Uvalde Cabinetry, 301 North Getty Street, in about 15 minutes or so. So we'll get this thing wrapped up. I do believe we got Will Rhodes Band over there. They're going to go on stage, on the big stage, on the plaza here in a few, too. Natalie, what's in the immediate future? I know you guys are taking a trip pretty soon, and just life with John, right? Doing your thing?
Yeah, just kind of, you know, doing whatever. Playing a lot around San Antonio area recently, getting some of those gigs. We enjoy doing the daytime patio stuff now. Mm-hmm. Not as big into the dance halls because I don't like getting home at 2 a.m.
Yeah, for sure.
For a lot of me personally, I've learned that doing a lot of shows like 4 times a week and getting home at 2 a.m. is not very good for my brain. Mm-hmm. And I tend to just get home and have meltdowns, be exhausted, that sort of thing. So I've learned that doing a couple gigs, taking it a little more easy, balance balance. Trying to do a lot of balance. And we enjoy the daytime, early evening patio stuff at restaurants that have good food.
Right, sure.
Fun
a little
events.
lobster, a little wine, whatever. Yeah.
Little lunches and that sort of thing. So we've been enjoying doing that more so than like the super late nights. And I've been enjoying doing the acoustic stuff more as well. The full band stuff we do. Every once in a while, we'll do like big stuff. So we'll do like we opened for John Michael Montgomery recently. That was full band.
That's cool.
And then we did just recently a gig out in Hunt, Texas. It's a big rodeo dance hall thing. It's a lot of fun. So we'll kind of pick and choose where we do the band stuff. But we've been preferring doing the acoustic daytime stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Well, we're excited to have you, Natalie Rose duo here, two of you guys here during the day, and there will be some good food. I don't know about lobster, but we're going to have some good food out here today, too. So, y'all, if you hear my voice right now and you're in Uvalde proper area, you got time to get on out here. No matter where you are in Uvalde, you're like 3 minutes away. So, come on out to Uvalde Cabinetry, 301 North Getty Street. Check out the beautiful, awesome classic car show and the lovely Natalie Rose and John as well, too. So, Natalie, give us a plug on the website and the social medias, all that stuff to find you.
Well, the website is natalierosemusic.com, but you can go to my Facebook page. It's under Natalie Rose. I believe there's all the links on the website. So if you go to natalierosemusic.com, you'll find the Instagram, you'll find the Facebook page. I do have a TikTok, but it's mostly our dog. So if you want to see more of dog content, you can go to my TikTok. But Instagram is mostly where I'm at, and Facebook, because I have them connected. So
Gotcha.
those are the two I use the most.
Well, Natalie, it's a pleasure to have you back again. There's third time here at the Uvalde Honey Festival.
Yeah,
and this
I'm
event
hoping to get some honey, by the way.
This event is like every other year because of tragedies and pandemics and whatnot.
Yeah.
So we're glad that you've made the calendar each time. So thank you so much for carving out time to come on out here. And again, Natalie Rose here. Let's do a song called "Blame It on the Wine." We're live at Uvalde Honey Festival. This is UvaldeRadio.net. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
We listen to you all the time.
You're getting the best new Texas country and red dirt music.
Hey, everybody. Randy Rogers here.
It's Bree Bagwell.
Hey, folks. This is Matt Martindale with Coup de Grace.
David Adam Byrne.
Hey, y'all. This is Cynthia Roush.
This is Gary P. Nutt.
Uvalde Radio.
UvaldeRadio.net. Robert Miguel live at Uvalde Street, 301 North Getty Street for the Uvalde Cabinetry Classic Car Show. We got classic cars, muscle cars. Apparently, there's Frito pie and maybe some hot dogs over there, too. So, you know what? Come on out here and enjoy all the sights. And we're getting ready to hear some sounds from Natalie Rose, who you just heard right there, called "Blame It on the Wine." I don't think she said she wasn't going to do that one today, so I'm glad we played it on the radio. But you'll hear Natalie and John performing from 1 to 3 p.m. here at Uvalde Cabinetry. And come out and see us. Our live broadcast brought to you by, of course, Uvalde Cabinetry, also BAC Ranch Bunkhouse, Luigi's Italian Restaurant, and the Blinged Buck, some neighborhood stores and restaurants right here in Uvalde. So also playing at the Uvalde Honey Festival on the big stage, where the big boys are.
Big stage.
We got the Will Rhodes Band right here. Y'all make some noise for yourselves. All right, so Will's
Clap for yourself.
front and center there. Good to see you, sir. Wearing the cool hat. And you got the guys behind you. Now, are you guys a three-piece or are we missing somebody?
We got
He's hiding back there.
Is he back there?
How in the world can that man Eric Hughes, that large slice of human back there?
Which one's back there? Which one's
This is Eric Hughes.
Is he the drummer?
The lead guitarist.
Lead guitarist.
Yeah,
That
vocalist.
should be an extrovert, bro.
Yeah.
They saving it for the stage, right?
Yeah, big time.
So, Will, man, how many have you been to Uvalde before? What's going on?
First time Uvalde comer too, right here.
So, where are you guys based out of?
We are based out of, basically, my rhythm section hails out of East Bernard, Texas, which is about 60 miles west of Houston. And the mother lode, my guitar player, Eric Hughes, and myself, we're in the Corpus Christi vicinity. Eric lives in Victoria, but we both grew up in Corpus Christi.
You guys look like you could all be some beach bum types, you know?
Not even, man. We're reckless.
So yeah, you're quite a bit ways from home.
A little bit. I mean, 3 hours, it's not too much of a stretch. I
guess that coming west to east is a little faster because you don't get all that traffic that. Yeah,
I had none. I was on some back roads, and I was digging it.
That's cool. So what's your impression of Uvalde so far? First time
I love
in?
it, man.
Yeah.
We're rolling up. We got the SS, we got the Camaros, vintage going. I got my DJ homie here who put us in the mix with our On the Mend single, and everybody's really friendly. And there is chili cheese dogs over there in the
cheese
corner.
dogs over there, yeah. A lot of great food on the plaza as well. And yeah, these classic cars are I got a kind of a cool view right here, right?
You do.
Just kind of looking at these nice cars.
Oh,
and
I thought he was talking about Natalie. My bad.
Natalie is right there, and John as well, too. So, yes, of course. They're very beautiful, both of them. And you guys are an interesting looking group of guys here.
If interesting means handsome, I totally agree.
You know, I'm a straight guy. Kind of wanted to put it out there that you guys are looking good.
I appreciate
that. But I didn't want to go too far
more.
that way. I mean, it's Pride Month and all.
You could go as far as
Didn't
you
want
like,
anybody
brother.
to get confused.
Well, we take it all as love.
So, Will, tell me about the band. How long have you guys been together? What's your backstory?
Well, you know, it's kind of like a marriage. Who knows the actual time frame, but it feels like an eternity.
If that's your marriage, yeah, that's great. Yeah.
No, we've been playing together now for, I believe it's about 3 years, but, you know, we got some dedicated individuals in this band, so our sound is definitely one that, you know, sounds like we've been playing our whole lives together.
So for those who haven't heard you yet, describe your sound. How would you?
Well, 2 words come to mind. It's a very elite genre called kick-ass. But if I had to describe it, you know, we're kind of like that outlaw Americana. We definitely got a lot of rock. We have a little saying, we're the perfect rock band for your country club and the perfect, you know, country band for your rock club. But we mix it all up in together. Our influences span music itself, but I'd say kind of an outlaw Americana Southern rock vibe. It's kick-ass melodies with kick-ass musicians, but there are words to be heard. Because I mean, who hasn't fallen in love with a hooker at some point in their life?
I have to raise my hand. Yeah, that's no.
Well, we found one here.
So Will, as far as the music goes, you're the guy. You're the namesake, Will Rhodes Band.
Yeah.
So are you the primary writer, leader of the band kind of guy, or how much of a team effort is this whole thing?
Well, first of all, it's 100% team effort. I have had a lot of these songs written, but they're basically, you know, written as kind of this open canvas, and then I bring them to these, you know, genius musical minds with my drummer and bass player and guitar player, and we really fine tune these arrangements and melodies. And I'm golden with taking stuff out. I'm golden with changing the arrangements, which we have to make them really tight and really compelling. It's just when we want to change words, which we never even had to really get there, but they've helped me a lot with, you know, trimming stuff up, leaning it up, keeping it interesting, and keeping it under that magic number of 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
That's what she said. I mean,
Yeah.
he said.
Well,
hey, let's get the other guys on the mic here, man.
come
Y'all
on.
come up here real quick. Tell us your
I'm gonna
name
introduce
and
my
what you do in the
man.
band. Yeah.
This is my man, Mr. Anderson, respectfully on bass.
Mr. Anderson on bass. So, man,
yeah.
you've been with the band. Have you guys all kind of been around the same time, 3 years?
I've been with less.
Okay.
It's been about a year for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what brought you to the band? Was it like answering an ad, you know, on social media? What did you know the guys from the scene or what?
I kind of.
Really,
You come on over here too. Yeah.
I was playing with the guys originally and working on some tunes, and we needed the bass player.
And what's your name again?
Thomas.
Thomas, and you play
the drums.
Thomas the drummer. Okay.
Drums and percussion and background.
Thomas
vocals.
Fuchik on drums.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
But we started jamming a little bit and needed a bass player, and I was like, well, I knew of a bass player I've been playing
And let's
with.
be honest, the drummer should pick the bass player, right?
Well, not necessarily.
I mean, I'm just saying. You guys have to have your
your
thing, though. I mean, you guys.
As long as they're picking me.
Yeah, so that's good, man. So you guys already knew each other.
Right,
You're familiar with
we've
this
been
guy.
playing in other bands.
What was this? So you played with him in another band for? You're like, okay, cool.
Yes, correct.
Our other guy went. This guy stepped in.
Right on, and it's no looking back.
And so, how are you digging it so far? You're the newest member.
Yeah, I would be the newest member.
What's been the hardest thing to adjust to, and what's been the most fun thing to adjust to?
Actually, there's not really been anything hard to adjust to.
All right.
We just slid right in.
He's just like that, huh? All right.
I played some notes, made Will cry. He liked it.
Oh.
Yeah, he took this one chorus in a different direction and with one note, and I looked at him, I said, "You're hired."
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Wow, that's an impact. Very good. So, and then other than that, man, just feeling good about it?
Oh, yeah.
Where are you guys gigging, man? Were you guys getting around pretty good regionally, making the rounds, or you kind of sticking in that Houston area?
Corpus, Austin area,
Okay.
Victoria, around that area.
So, question for all you guys. You got us a new song, On the Mend. We're going to play it here in a few. What's going on with new music, and are you guys pushing it to radio, and what's the story with the recordings?
Yeah, we've got a new album coming out, actually, next Friday.
Nice.
based on
the Hookers and Heartache album, baby, and you can dig that.
Hookers and Heartache, I love it.
It's all based on Will's inspirations.
So lyrically, Will, where does this journey lyrically take us?
It's about that contrast between what the heart loves and what it shouldn't love. It's about basically we're all lunatics out there, so it's a level playing field. So be yourself and find a way to love yourself and others. And life is way too short to hold any grudges, y'all. Come on.
I think that David Lee Roth is really dead and was reincarnated inside Will Rhodes over here. Because I feel like I'm interviewing, David Lee Roth like circa 88, something like that. So this is great stuff.
I'm taking that as a compliment.
No, and I meant it as such. Man, there's not enough rock stars in the world anymore, man.
That's great. I love that album.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, it's nice. So again, we got the Will Rhodes Band here. They're performing today at the Uvalde Honey Festival. What time you guys going on, man?
We're going at 3 p.m.
3 p.m. All right, so you can catch Natalie Rose right here, right now, and then swing right over there, walk 2 blocks to your south, and go catch Will Rhodes Band, right?
You will not regret it. And here at the Will Rhodes Band, we have a saying, and it smells good, and it's going to smell real good out there today.
It's going to smell sweet as honey, right, guys? Give us the website, social medias, all that good stuff, and we're going to play your song.
WillRhodes.band. We're doing that. I think that's our website. Anywhere you put the Will Rhodes Band in the internet, you're gonna get our YouTube. We're on Apple Music. We're on all the streaming platforms. We got a new video out there with Bleed. But if you put us in there, we're the first thing that pops up, and we appreciate the love and support. And as we say these days, please follow us on Instagram.
So new record next week. Video out there right now. And what else are we looking for? Anything else?
Well, we've got some big news coming up on. We're going to be going on tour, and so we're not really allowed to divulge that just yet. But we're real excited.
And always working on new material.
All right. Again, that's willrhodes.band, or just put in Will Rhodes Band in the Google thing. So let's check out the song. It's called On the Mend. This is Will Rhodes Band. Catch them at 3 p.m. on the main stage here at Uvalde Honey Festival. Check out more details at UvaldeHoneyFest.org, and we're UvaldeRadio.net, live at Uvalde Cabinetry. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
The most Texas country and red dirt, plus the best of Nashville from 90s to now.
'Cause I got friends in no place, 'cause I'm on my way to you. Baby, I love you like I love country music.
Uvalde Radio. Uvalde Radio.
UvaldeRadio.net, live at Uvalde Honey Festival. I want to say 3rd annual, but it's like every other year apparently. But we're broadcasting live at Uvalde Cabinetry, 301 at North Getty Street. We did some Florida Georgia Line song called Cruise, and there are lots of vehicles here that I would love to take a cruise in, man. Y'all come out and see us at the car show, the Uvalde Cabinetry Classic Car Show, 301 at North Getty Street, till at least 5 or 6 p.m. Cast your vote for your favorite, and let's see who wins that People's Choice Award. This broadcast is being brought to you by some great sponsors, our friends over at the Blinged Buck, also Luigi's Italian Restaurant, and our friends right down the road at BAC Ranch Bunkhouse. I got Priscilla from the BAC Ranch Bunkhouse. What's up?
Hi.
How you doing?
Doing good.
I think it's your first time to be on the air with us here, right?
It is.
Yeah.
I'm very nervous.
No, don't be nervous at all. So, Priscilla, you are one of the owners of BAC Ranch Bunkhouse. What's the exact address again?
It's 309 North Getty.
Like literally like half a block from where we are right now, right?
Yes.
So 309 North Getty Street, and you guys do Western apparel, hats, all kinds of accessories. Give me the rundown of what you sell there at 309 North Getty.
Alrighty, so we are a Western store. We sell majority men's Western wear, button-ups, short sleeve. We have cowboy boots.
And if I may interrupt real quick, there has been kind of a gap in men's Western wear in Uvalde. And we know we have that one place on the further east side of town.
Yes.
But there has really not been a really good place here, especially in the downtown area, where you can get men's clothing, right? So way to step up.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. Well, that's how we thought of the idea of opening a business, because we didn't like the idea of going to San Antonio, Eagle Pass. Like if we didn't find something, and we're like, you know what, let's bring something to Uvalde, not just to help ourselves, but help the community as well.
That's fantastic. So, I know I interrupted, but go ahead and continue with the product lines. What else do you guys carry?
So we have ladies' boots as well. We have a ladies' boutique inside. We carry some vintage clothing too. We have authentic turquoise, other kinds of jewelry and accessories.
Wow, so if it's Western, you guys pretty much got it.
Yes.
And it seems like every time I walk in, your selection keeps growing and growing, right? So
yeah, we try to bring new things as quickly as possible.
So how long have you guys been open over there at BAC Ranch Bunkhouse?
So at the storefront, it's actually been 1 year.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's already been 1 year we've been there. I wanted to do a grand opening, but we weren't just quite there yet. But hopefully next year.
Very good. All right.
Yeah.
So how has it, I mean, so, you know, let's be honest, you know, you've got the city of Uvalde coming out of a pandemic. Then you've got some really sad, you know, local drama. You know, Uvalde's been through a lot, and as a business, as a new business owner, these are tough, uncertain times.
Yes,
so you've gotten through a year. Give me the rundown so far. I'm sure there's been highs and lows, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been really hard some days. You know, I get discouraged a lot, but I keep thinking of the future. Benny always kind of reminds me, like, hey, you know, just think of it in the long run. We're gonna
and
get there.
Benny's your husband, right?
Yes.
So, yeah.
He's also the hatter in the
Okay,
bunkhouse. He's the one that shapes the hats and cleans them, fixes them up and stuff.
He's a mad hatter. He's a madman. I've seen him there on those videos. So let's go ahead and talk about that. So you guys do the in-house shaping and whatnot. How did he acquire that skill?
So he just kind of learned on his own.
Really?
Originally, it was supposed to be our brother-in-law, his brother, because he was the one that always shaped the hats for us, for him. And, well, he had to go to work, and Benny's like, man, now I got to do it. And he kind of just, you know, taught himself, looked at YouTube, looked at other people who are hatters.
It's crazy, huh?
Yeah, he's
that you
really
can do
good
that.
now.
Yeah, no, I've seen the videos. They look good.
Yeah,
I mean,
gotten
I'm
really
no
good.
expert, you know what I mean, but I wear them, you know what I'm saying? So that's great. So as far as the business, husband, wife, kind of, you know, co-owning duo thing here.
Yes.
Do you guys have certain roles and responsibilities as to what you guys bring to the table as far as running BAC Ranch Bunkhouse?
Yeah, so Benny's kind of in charge of like the hats, the men's clothing, the boots, anything that has to do with like the men's kind of, you know, items. I'm more of like the ladies' boutique and all the finance stuff, the paperwork.
I was going to say, you seem like you're probably the finance person, the brains behind the operation, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, well, it's fantastic. You guys have already made a really nice impression and made a good mark in Uvalde.
You.
And, man, we're excited. Thank you guys, first of all, for sponsoring this live broadcast. We always love hearing your BAC Ranch Bunkhouse commercial on the air. And
we do, too. Every time I hear it, I'm like, this is surreal. I can't believe this.
Well, JB, you know, JB is like the godfather of Texas Country Radio. So he's a great voice to do some stuff. And listen, we got to talk about your kids. They're right here showing you some cool balloons.
Yeah.
And I've seen your kids in the shop. What's that like being kind of? I mean, you guys aren't newlyweds, but you're young marrieds with you know some small children. That has to be a lot. I know you guys juggle like baseball practices and games, and give me that side of the story too.
It's tough, you know, being a store owner and then having your little ones, you know, at the store or they're at school, baseball practice, you know, it's tough.
But it's also there's a freedom that you're the boss, right?
Yes, I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. It's kind of the same thing with I'm in too. It's like, you know, I've got a teenage daughter that keeps me very busy, but hey, man, I'm my own boss. I get to prioritize, you know, what's happening, what we do, and if you have to close, you have to close. You know, at least family's important, right?
Yes.
So that's great stuff. Well, let's talk again about BAC Ranch Bunkhouse. What's coming up in the future? What plans do you have, if any, or are you guys just kind of riding the wave?
We have big plans for the bunkhouse. Right now, we're kind of riding the waves, like you said, but we have big plans. We're hoping to expand, you know, maybe get a new location and bring more items to the bunkhouse.
Very good. Now, I know your husband, Benny, he plays a little guitar and whatnot.
Yeah.
You need to get him to do some shows and get some live
His
shows.
dad's pushing him. He's like, man, B, like, you have a good voice, and, you know, I would love for him to play.
He always looks sharp in all those little Western outfits, so he would look good.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He's kind of camera ready to
He
go,
has the
right?
image.
Yeah, actually, that's all. That's fantastic. Well, Ben, if you're out there listening, get on it, man. We need to get you some live country music out here at the BAC Ranch Bunkhouse, and check it out. So tell us where we can find. I know you guys have a website and some social media. Tell us the best way to find you guys.
Yeah, so you can actually shop online 24/7 at www.bacranchbunkhouse.com. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we also have TikTok. TikTok is new for me, so I'm still trying to learn how to do videos and stuff, but we're on there.
And that's BAC Ranch, BAC Ranch Bunkhouse. And explain, just so everybody knows, what the BAC stands for.
Ooh, so the BAC is actually Benny's family's ranch going towards Concan.
Okay, cool.
So it's kind of, we went based off of the family ranch, and we just kind of added bunkhouse.
That's fantastic. All right, so BACRanchBunkhouse.com. Find them on social medias and go visit them at 309 North Getty, right?
Yes.
Are you guys open here? I know the Honey Fest is going on, and you're obviously right here right now, but
Yeah.
Are you guys open for a couple more hours today or no?
Yes, so right now I'll be back at 4:30, and we'll close at 6.
Very good. Well, how did Foursquare Friday, the kickoff for the Honey Festival, go for you guys?
It was awesome. We had a lot of people go in. I was always on my feet, didn't have a chance to sit down, eat a snack, or anything like that. So.
And this is y'all's first Honey Festival at this location in downtown. So, well, cool. I hope you guys had a good time. And again, we appreciate you guys sponsoring this live broadcast here at the Uvalde Honey Festival. Going to get back into some music. I know you wanted to hear some William Beckmann. Excited about seeing him tonight, right?
Yes, I'm so excited to see him tonight.
Yeah, so he's playing at 7:30, and again, coming out from Del Rio, the guy just played the Grand Ole Opry. He has #1 songs on Texas radio, and this is his current single. William Beckmann, it's called Tennessee Drinkin'. We're UvaldeRadio.net, live from the Uvalde Honey Festival.
I wake up with you guys, I spend my day with you guys, and I go to bed with you guys. You guys are the best.
The most Texas country and red dirt, plus the best of Nashville from 90s to now.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, going out of style. I was thinking I'm trying to stay out of
Uvalde Radio.
UvaldeRadio.net. Hey, we're live at Uvalde Cabinetry at 301 North Getty Street here for the Uvalde Cabinetry Classic Car Show as part of Uvalde Honey Festival. Now, the Honey Festival is going to wrap up this evening with live music by William Beckmann at 7:30 p.m. on the big main stage. That's the northwest corner of the plaza, right to the left side of the Uvalde Grand Opera House. Again, William Beckmann at 7:30 p.m. Meanwhile, we're here tallying the votes for the People's Choice Award at the Uvalde Cabinetry Classic Car Show. So if you want to come by and see the cars, they're all still here, and we're broadcasting live until the next, I don't know, for the next few at least. Do we have a winner we want to announce?
We have a winner.
Whoa. Do you want to give like the top 3 so we can just kind of create some suspense?
Okay, who coming in at number 3 is?
We're trying to figure that out live here. That one right there?
We have a tie.
A tie for third place?
A tie for 5. 5 and 5.
We're 5 and 25.
So tied for third place.
Number 25 there?
Yep.
All right.
1952
Ford F1, Gary Welch, tied for third, right?
Tied for third.
And then also tied for third, 1930 Model A, James Perez.
All right.
Perez Creator? What? Creations. All right. So that's your third place winners right there. Okay. There's no third place winner.
No, we're just
creating some suspense.
Yes.
We're just so people who know who did well.
Yes.
So you know you did well.
And in number 2,
I'll give him a high five if that works
spot.
out. I mean, I don't know. Second place, contestant number 24 at 57. Yellow 57 Chevy.
This one right
the
out
one right
here.
there. I've been looking,
beautiful.
staring that thing down all darn day.
Beautiful.
And who's that by? Dale Burns. Give it up, Dale Burns. All right, second place. And I like that because it's got the yellow kind of honey thing. I like how it's prominently placed out here in front. And then who's our
and in first place, drum roll, please. All right. Number 9, the 1971.
Number 9? 1971. Oh my God, the El Camino back there.
The red El Camino.
That thing is sweet.
that hot?
It is.
Richard Williams.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice
Congratulations,
job,
Richard Williams. Oh, come man, that is a sweet
We're
ride.
gonna have to get a picture over there.
That was definitely a head turner. I was kind of taking photos and everything like that. And remember when you asked me which one I liked the best?
Yes. Oh, is that
There was one that I was like, I can't remember what it was, but I remember I stared at one, like I lingered, like I was looking at like 1990s Pamela Anderson. It was like crazy.
I need to go look at it again.
Yeah, so it
Get
is
a picture
absolutely
of the winner.
gorgeous. Well, you guys did a great job of voting then. You have my seal of approval there, so congratulations to the El Camino. Man, I got a song called El Camino.
Yes,
Hold on.
you do.
Let me see if I got it here in the computer. You keep talking.
All right.
And we're going to play a
Well, we're going to
celebratory
get
song.
him and get his trophy and get a picture of him with his car.
All right, let's see here.
I don't know where he is. We're going to have
Here
to
it
find
is.
him.
Check it out. We've even got a song about an El Camino, which is so cool. So, Marcy Grace, young lady out of San Antonio, Texas. And we had her just like 2 weeks ago, Friday Night Live at Broadway 30. Here's her big hit single in Texas called El Camino. Y'all check it out. This goes out to our winner at the Uvalde Cabinetry Classic Car Show with UvaldeRadio.net. UvaldeRadio.net. Hey, we're live at the Uvalde Honey Festival at Uvalde Cabinetry, 301 North Getty Street, as part of the Uvalde Cabinetry Classic Car Show. Classic cars, custom cars, and I don't know. Are any of these for sale over here, guys? Anybody selling a car? For the right price. That's good. I like that. We got a guy who's recently come into some money, and he might be in the market. But man, later tonight, headlining on the main stage at the Uvalde Honey Festival will be Mr. William Beckmann. I have a feeling we're going to talk to him very soon. But right now, I do want to thank our sponsors, of course, Uvalde Cabinetry here, our friends at BAC Ranch Bunkhouse, also Luigi's Italian Restaurant, and the Blinged Buck. And yeah, the headliner for the 2023 Uvalde Honey Festival is right here. Y'all welcome Mr. William Beckmann.
What's going on, Robert? How you doing?
What's up, baby? It's good to see you, man.
I know it is. It's always great to see you, man.
The Del Rio Kid in the house, live
Yes,
and in person.
sir.
We do phone interviews. It feels like a lot, but hardly ever in person anymore.
No,
so.
yeah, but it's always great to see you.
Yeah.
I can't thank you enough for spending my stuff and for the support. And of course, it's always great to be back in Uvalde.
Yeah, it's good to have you back now. Now, last time you did a show was the Christmas, the Las Posadas, right?
Yes, it was the Las Posadas. It was a whole string of shows that we kicked off here in Uvalde. But, of course, it was for a great cause, and it's something that we're actually considering doing again, doing a whole Christmas run and having a set kind of more of a crooner type thing with a lot of holiday music, and it was a lot of fun for us. It was different, and I think that's what really made it cool for me, was to do something a little bit outside of the box.
And it did benefit the Just Keep Living Foundation, which
Yes.
helped out with some of the Uvalde families
Absolutely.
affected here. So thank you, of course, again, on behalf of Uvalde for that. But if you do this, yearly, would you maybe pick a new kind of charity or cause each year,
We're not sure yet. We haven't really gotten that far, but of course, I think the holiday season is really a hard time for a lot of people for different reasons, and so we definitely want to partner with somebody who's going to help make the Christmas time a little bit easier for people that need it. So I think it's just important to really focus on communities and how to rebuild them and to keep them going, and the ones that need it. So yeah, that's kind of our mission with this whole thing.
Now, as far as the actual show, it was really kind of cool to see, like you said, kind of out of the box, doing kind of a crooner thing, some classic Christmas stuff. If you were to do it again this year, any Christmas classic songs that you would like to add into the mix?
I definitely want to change it up, even just for us and the band. Would be really cool to throw in some different covers, but we haven't really gotten that far into it yet. I love playing the Uvalde Opera House. That's such a great venue, and it sounds so great in there. So we'll definitely be booking something here. But as far as the show itself, man, I don't know. We need to.
Now, I've got a request. I'm going to put this little button here, okay? Because this is not a kind of a jazzy throwback. Well, it's a throwback song, but maybe your own kind of style on like Last Christmas.
That would be cool.
Because George Michael had kind of a jazzy kind of voice.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So just saying, maybe what your own Beckmann spin on that
That'd
might be
cool.
something to do.
I know. Yeah, that's obviously a huge Christmas song, so it'd be cool to put a spin on it.
Well, Christmas is great, but right now it's summertime, which means it is concert season, festivals, big shows. I'm sure you're on the road just tearing it up, right?
We've been on the road just constantly. Tomorrow I've got to go to Nashville and do some stuff up there, but my band's super excited because we're busy, which means we're all working, which is definitely beats what we were doing a couple years ago, cooped up and in quarantine. So we're excited. It's all, people have been coming to these shows and they're getting bigger and bigger, and I'm still opening up for some of my buddies like Parker McCollum and Co Wetzel and Randy Rogers Band, and those are always fun to get in front of all their fans.
Right? You're already kind of making a big name for yourself, but then you get that coveted spot of warming the stage for some of these really big guys who are on fire, and that just opens up so many more opportunities for new fans, right?
Yeah, especially when we open up for Parker. Those are really fun shows because he's, for the most part, doing arenas now, and it's nice to get your feet a little bit wet.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm now starting to get to a point where opening up for him is still a little bit daunting, and it's still a little bit nerve-wracking, but you get used to it slowly and surely.
So arenas, we're talking about buses and large parking lots and like the innards of arenas, what I mean? Just kind of getting to the stage is kind of, you know what I mean, is a task in a lot of time. I don't think
You
people
get
really
lost a
understand.
lot.
Yeah. I mean, like just the added amount of time that it spends to take a golf cart from A to
Yeah.
B or walking corridors and whatnot. I mean, I don't think the average person probably understands how much that adds to your day, right, as far as like
Right.
work.
Yeah, luckily there's a lot of kind people that put signs everywhere and make it really easy to navigate back there.
So as far as these arena shows that you've been doing, I mean, what's the biggest, most interesting part that you're learning about those types of shows?
You know, all the work that goes behind it. There's so many crew members and staff that really are the heroes that make the whole show and production actually happen. All the security that's involved, and their job is incredibly important. There's just a lot of different gears and parts of it, and the mechanics of it that
even down to the catering, you know what I mean, and
the catering people, and everybody's super nice and has a great attitude, but it makes you realize and appreciate all the hard work that these men and women put into it. Because we're the entertainment, we're the ones on stage, and it's easy to take credit for all of that, but it's really all the people that make it happen that are the stars.
It's really cool to see you level up, year after year. So this is fantastic stuff. So William, you got a new single out, and it's called Tennessee Drinkin'.
Tennessee Drinkin'. Yes.
Go ahead and tell me first of all, is this? Last time we spoke, you said you were going to put out a new EP, I think.
Yes.
Is this going to be on that batch, or what's the story here?
That's it. Yeah. Okay. So the new record is called "Here's to You, Here's to Me," which is a line in one of the other songs. But yeah, it's kind of a breakup record, but it doesn't really feel like one because a lot of the songs are really up tempo and energetic, which I like. And Tennessee Drinkin' is a song that I think is really catchy, and I wrote it with two incredible songwriters, Jeremy Spillman and Randy Montana. But that song, we wrote it, and I knew it was something special, so we recorded it. And we just played in Corpus Christi recently, and it's a Corpus song. It mentions Corpus in there. But yeah, it's just one of those songs that I think tells a really cool story about being up in Nashville and having fallen in love with a Corpus Christi girl and wishing you could be with her.
I mean, that first of all, that's a bit of a country music kind of a trope almost.
Right.
That whole torn between two scenes kind of thing, which I like it. I mean, everybody's done it from Alan Jackson to William Beckmann. So I think that whole the fact that I guess the duality or the juxtaposition of the Texas versus Tennessee thing is there.
Right,
We've talked about that before.
Exactly.
But then putting the angle of a loved one in that mix is just a classic throwback to country. Is that something that maybe is personal?
Not
for
really.
you,
It kind of just happened organically. The cool thing about writing songs with other people or just getting to collaborate and bounce ideas off of each other. On that one, I don't even think I brought that idea into the room that day, but I was grateful to have been a part of it. It's just I write so many songs up in Nashville with a bunch of different people that it's hard to kind of keep track of who came up with the idea, But there's nobody that it's specifically about, but I think it's definitely very relatable to my life, just given that I'm always traveling, and I constantly feel that urge, that want to be in two places at once, and it doesn't even have to be like a relationship thing. It can be like a family thing. I've had to miss some of my cousins' weddings and things like that. Like my little nephew's birthday party, and stuff like that. I'm like, man, I wish I wasn't where I am right now, and I wish I was back home.
And that goes for just any adult. I mean, you're a young guy, so as you get older, you just can't make everything, and you have that longing to be in two places at once.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you mentioned the collaborations. As far as this next batch of songs, do you have any names you want to throw out of who you worked together to put this together?
My buddy Nick Walsh. I wrote about 3 songs off this new record with him. Of course, Randy Montana, who's a fantastic songwriter. Jeremy Spillman, who I also mentioned. There's so many great, talented people that helped me come up with these songs, and they deserve the credit. Keith Gaddis, who recently passed away, was a friend of mine and a very, very respected songwriter in the scene. Wrote El Cerrito plays for Kenny Chesney and Charlie Robinson and San Antone by Randy Rogers Band. He wrote one of these songs that I cut called "It's Still January," and I think that's such a pretty song too. So it's a great batch of songs, and it's long overdue. I'm so glad that it's finally coming out. And
when exactly is that happening?
That's going to happen at the very beginning of August. I
Awesome.
forget the date exactly, but it's going to be very soon. We're excited.
So until then, summer shows. What are you looking forward to here in the summer besides the Uvalde Honey Festival?
We're doing this. I've got some stuff coming up with like 4th of July weekend. We're doing Whitewater Amphitheater in New Braunfels with the Randy Rogers Band. We're doing Billy Bob's again. We've already done it once. We're going back doing that. July 11th, I got called to go back and play on the Grand Ole Opry for a second time.
Already again,
yeah,
huh?
That was
Nice.
a fast turnaround.
Yeah.
So we're doing that. All kinds
A
of
year
great
from now,
stuff.
you're going to be jaded as all that. Be like Grand Ole Opry, what? Pshaw.
Yeah, no.
They called me 3 times.
Yeah,
That's fantastic,
Very
man.
grateful, very grateful.
So,
yes, sir.
so let's go and talk about that. What would you play now if you had to play that again right now?
Well, I definitely
what songs?
I definitely want to play some of these new songs that I'm really excited to have out. But yeah, I need to get with my team and kind of figure out, because it's going to be another 2 songs. That's kind of how they do it. They let you play 2 songs and they let you bring a couple of your band members. But we're going to do it, man. It's going to be exciting.
And you're doing it in July this year?
July, yeah, next month.
So here's a funny story: is that my daughter and I are planning a trip to Nashville, to Tennessee, for this summer. It's one of the places she kind of wants to go, and we're trying to decide. We wanted to go to the Grand Ole Opry. We're like, gotta find a date, so maybe I can get in.
Well, maybe July 11th. You can.
Might have to be the one.
I mean, come on.
That's fantastic,
Come
man.
on.
I hope that I can make that work out. So very cool. Again, William Beckmann here, headlining the Uvalde Honey Festival tonight, 7:30 p.m. on the Plaza, just on the northwest side of the Uvalde Grand Opera House. It ain't the Opera House, but it's real close. So
That's
it's
right.
excited to have you back in the neighborhood, William.
Thank you.
Everybody find him online, WilliamBeckmann.com. Brand new song called Tennessee Drinking, climbing up Texas charts, and anything else we didn't cover that we just need to get
That's
out there.
it, man.
Update.
A whole bunch of shows. Go check them out.
Well, we're excited to see you tonight at the Honey Festival.
Thank you.
Thanks again for always
Of
keeping
course,
Uvalde in
Robert.
your heart here and out there as well.
Thank you so much, man. Always good to see you.
Tennessee Drinking, William Beckmann. This is UvaldeRadio.net live at the Uvalde Honey Festival. UvaldeRadio.net, wrapping up our broadcast here at Uvalde Cabinetry, 301 North Getty Street. And, man, it's been a great time here at Uvalde Cabinetry, enjoying the classic cars. And congrats again to the winner for the People's Choice Award.
Yes, the El Camino, the red El Camino, 1972, 71.
Man, it was beautiful.
The 70s.
And again, like I said, whenever we were talking about it on the air, I remember I was thinking, man, there was one that really turned my head, and that was the one.
It was the El Camino.
I stared at it, I was like, and they had the hood up and the engine out, you know what I mean? It was like, oh, look at them innards. Look at them sexy innards. It was good. But, yes, everybody has good taste here at Uvalde Cabinetry, obviously. It's a great time. All the cars, honestly,
They're
are
beautiful.
gorgeous. They're fantastic. So thanks to all of the entries, all the people that came from whatever distance they came from to come here and be a part of the Uvalde Honey Festival and the car show. Good stuff.
Yeah, all from far and wide. I guess the winner was from Houston.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's a nice trip.
Yeah, that's cool. And you know what? And how about all these cool people that came by for our broadcast? We talked to some of our sponsors, and we had the guys from Will Rhodes Band. They're from the Houstonish area, so we talked to them. Natalie Rose, always a pleasure to talk to Natalie and John from Seguin. And then, of course, our Del Rio kid, Mr. William Beckmann.
Oh, he was just here.
Stopping by. I know. Your heart gets all aflutter when
he's funny.
When Beckmann's
no,
in the
you know
room.
what? I really love him and his music, but he reminds me of my son. So my heart does not go aflutter.
So it's a mommy thing.
It's a mommy thing.
Yeah, I can see that. I get that. But the ladies do love William Beckmann. He's a handsome young man, and his voice, that's just crazy.
Crazy.
You know, he's just amazing. So and all that fun's still to come. The sun will be going down, and it'll be a little cooler. So come on out here and enjoy some live music for free with the William Beckmann Band. His whole band will be out there on the big main stage at the northwest side of the plaza, just north side, or just to the left of the Uvalde Opera House if you're facing it. And the plaza looks great. Lots of vendors out there.
It's full.
Yeah.
It's completely full out there.
60 vendors signed up, and that's what they approved out there. And bring a lawn chair and just enjoy some live music. It'll be a good time. We did not make it across the way where they're selling the food trucks and maybe even the alcohol. Is that where that is too?
I believe so. And the cornhole tournament was somewhere back behind something.
The cornhole
I
tournament's
saw
actually further north at the Main Street Uvalde office.
Yes, I saw them. I saw them throwing back there.
Here. So, so there's lots of stuff going on. And, of course, the most fun was here at Uvalde Cabinetry.
Yes, it was.
Thanks to our sponsors, BAC Ranch Bunkhouse.
The Blinged Buck.
And Luigi's Italian Restaurant. Thank you guys for making this possible. And it's been a good time. Although I'm ready. I'm all sweaty. And you know what? I got a couple of concert T-shirts that I got. I'm going to change into my Syphon shirt. Oh, yeah, I forgot to say thanks to Syphon, the rock band. Our first interview this morning. Those kids are great. I'm about to put my Syphon rock T-shirt on here behind me. So
And wait till it's dark so you don't get all sweaty again.
Yes, right. Got all sweated out, and that's a great thing about having an extra shirt around. So looking forward to some more live music tonight. And if you are wanting to get out and get your 80s fix, we got our friends the Spasmatics in concert at House Pasture tonight in Concan. Keep it on UvaldeRadio.net. Next week, chance to win tickets to go see Roger Krager or Corey Morrow.
Out in Concan.
Next weekend at House Pasture, the 16th and 17th. If you missed our interview with Corey Morrow this week, it's streaming on our interviews page at UvaldeRadio.net. We should be talking to Roger Krager sometime this next week as well, too. Dates are ready for that show. And that's all I got. What about you? Why don't you plug the open mic night for Thursday?
Oh, yes. This Thursday is open mic night at Ruby's Lounge. I'm going to be there from 7 to 10, and we're going to be hosting. Anybody that wants to come out that's got, even if you're not very talented, I don't care. Come out and have fun, and let's have a great time. It's a great way to get yourself out there and meet some other people that are also aspiring artists. So come on out, poets, singers. We might even get some karaoke going.
That's right.
We did last
stand-up
time.
comics and
Stand-up comedy.
You know, Corey will do some of her routine, her bit. You know, kind of
I got to try a new
keep
one.
you sharp. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm not even gonna go.
No, we're not gonna go there.
Bring up your good jokes. I don't an awkward way. It's not even an awkward way to go there.
We can on Uvalde Radio Rocks.
Yes. Oh, good stuff. All right, so open mic night is coming up this Thursday with Corey. Y'all make sure to make plans to join her at Ruby's Lounge. And I guess that does it for us. It's been a pleasure. Thanks again to Jeff and Jennifer Cubbage here at Uvalde Cabinetry, and again to our sponsors for making this event possible. And let's pack up and get ready to go see some William Beckmann. What do you think?
Let's go. I'm excited.
Right. That's Corey. I'm Robert. We are done. We now resume regular programming on UvaldeRadio.com.